Welcome back to Classic Game Room, coming to you from the Intergalactic Space Arcade. How about a driving game where you race and crash cars into things on purpose? This is Burnout Legends on the PSP. Make rivals crash to win takedowns. Oh, Burnout, you're so predictable. This is basically a portable version of the first three Burnout games, condensed and combined. It came out in 2005, a year after the popular Burnout 3. And it's Burnout. It plays like a portable version of Burnout. I could end the review right there, but I'm going to keep talking and showing gameplay because that's what I do. After I have a great time playing this game because I happen to really enjoy the Burnout series. And this is no exception, it's just smaller. In screen size only, the game is actually quite large. You get a lot of cars and a whole bunch of tracks. More than enough Burnout to keep fans occupied. From Criterion Games and EA, this is the Burnout that you know and love. Filled with fast driving races and fancy crashes. Lots and lots of crashes. You're rewarded with boost when you run opponents into the wall or into oncoming traffic, so it's definitely in your best interest to drive like a maniac. Take down your opponents to go faster and unlock all kinds of new vehicles. A race without crunching metal and grinding sounds in Burnout just isn't a race. Now, there is music in the game, but I found it pretty annoying, so I just turned it off. Also, I prefer to hear the crunching metal and grinding sounds. Now, if only there was screaming. Screaming just makes everything better, doesn't it? Screaming and salsa. There's no story, there's really nothing fancy, it's just good old Burnout, and I like that. It's an excellent release on the PSP, one of the best driving games available, but truth be told, I prefer Burnout on a big screen. And depending on which PSP you have, you can play this on a larger screen. It just doesn't quite look PlayStation 2 quality. So at times it's a little hard to see where you're going. You have to just kind of hope you don't crash into things, especially when you're playing on the PSP screen itself, even though it does look really good. It's just moving really fast. And you're driving into oncoming traffic. It's Burnout. You've played Burnout, right? If you haven't, do it now. Everybody raves about Burnout 3. I love Burnout Paradise, but this game is really solid on the PSP. It's also available on the Nintendo DS. It's relatively cheap and easy to find used on the PSP, or you can download it from the PlayStation Network. I like the game a lot. I think there's a ton of races and plenty to keep you busy. Good times ahead as you try to earn gold medals and everything, and it gets really challenging after about the Coupe level, the third series of races. There's also challenges, and it's Wi-Fi compatible for up to 4 players for multiplayer. There's a police chase mode, which is straight out of Chase HQ, and it's pretty challenging, as well as the usual complement of insane races. Burnout Legends, highly recommended for the PSP, and a big thanks to Blake from Englehart, Ontario, Canada, for sending this to the show. You really can't go wrong with the Burnout series, and Burnout Legends brings you Burnout on the go. Just don't play it while you're trying to drive like this in real life. That would be bad. So thanks again, Blake. I, for one, welcome our telepathic Canadian overlords. How is that car still driving? Come on, where's the realism in this game? Please.